just out here rescuing all of these animals, what feels like pretty much every single week. On today's video, we are actually going to be rescuing a bunny. Now, this situation is a little bit different, and it also kind of goes against what I've always preached to you guys, and that's to never, ever, ever support pet stores, especially when it comes to purchasing live animals from them. I had visited the first location where I filmed at for the Undercover series of pet stores and exposing their care. I was in the area with a friend. We were at the mall and I was like, you know what? It's close by. Let's take a drive. I want to see what's happening over there. Are the animals that I saw the first time still there? Is there new animals? Is there new species? What is going on over there? So I took a drive with my friend. I, of course, recorded the entire thing for you guys to expose again and give you guys kind of an update. Posted them to my Instagram story, but my findings that day have led to this video for one particular reason. So let's go ahead, roll those clips, and I will meet you guys here back in a second.
Oh my god, the buns. Look at more food. Look at these babies, and is that a pig? It's literally a pig. Why is there a pig here? Why is there a pig here? I have like shape here for it. Hey, you don't really look that well, Missy. Hi. Andy, look at him. Hi. Oh my god. Oh, he does not look good. This one looks really sick, Ann. Hi, bud. Hi. Oh.
So yeah, as you guys could see from the looks of that rabbit, he is not well whatsoever. I cannot believe that the pet store is selling an actively sick animal for $140. Insanity. When you guys go through a rescue or a shelter, first off, fraction of a cost to actually adopt a rabbit. And then mind you, they already come vaccinated, they already come spayed, they already come neutered, they already come healthy, which is what I'm sure most people would want when they're buying an animal. Actually, 2 weeks ago from this same location, I got word of someone actually had purchased a rabbit from them, and then 3 days later, after purchasing the rabbit, it died. It passed away because it was unhealthy. This pet store is selling unhealthy animals purely for profit. They don't care if the animal is sick. They don't care if the animal has any kind of disease, any infections, if they are on the brink of death. They just want their money. I cannot believe that like the associates that are like cleaning the cages, feeding them, can like look at this rabbit and be like, oh yeah, everything's fine. Like here's your food, here's your water, you're good to go. No, this rabbit you guys could see is unwell. It's really, really skinny. I've never seen a neck so thin on a rabbit. I'm sure we're gonna be able to feel its ribs when I actually get to pick it up. I'm sure we're gonna uncover other stuff as well. Maybe some teeth issues, maybe some feet issues. I really don't know. There's probably going to be a whole plethora of stuff wrong with this rabbit. Goopy eyes, lethargic, just looks really depressed. I would be too in a pet store like that. Just being around so much stimulation and so many people and so many birds and noises, I can only imagine how stressed out these animals must be. Now, again, guys, I know that by us buying this rabbit, it's kind of providing more supply for them. But I think if we're able to actually talk with these people that actually work there and kind of break down to them that like, yeah, this rabbit's sick, we should not be charged full price for it, like maybe even like half price, maybe even free, that would be even better. Just being able to have a conversation, and an open one at that, I think could be really beneficial for these people. We're still taking the rabbit no matter what. I mean, this boy is probably going to end up dying in here, so I think it's better to save a life than to lose $140. $140, it doesn't mean anything to us, especially when it comes to us crazy rabbit people. Like, we will go to the ends of the earth for these beings. So that is exactly what me and Jess are going to be doing in this video. Jess actually works for Kind Heart Rescue, so I'm going to be meeting up with her at the pet store. I will obviously secretly record this entire thing for you guys. We'll take it outside once we get the rabbit, and then we're going to give it a full workup and see what state this rabbit is actually in. Let's go and head back to this pet store and save this rabbit.
I've been here before.
You have.
We wanted to make our transition into the store as natural as possible, like we were just two people walking into the store and just perusing and seeing what animals are available. So we worked on the front of the store and just checking out all the bunnies. Again, this pet store is preparing for Easter, and I am so nervous because I already know, guys, I am going to be out there in a couple months saving rabbits like this that were once bought at a pet store. People got bored and then dumped them on the streets. So expect to see a bunch of rescue videos in the future. So we then made our way to where the sick rabbit is located, which is at the back of the store. So weird how they have the majority of the rabbits at the front, and then this guy is on his own shelf in the back of the store, kind of hidden away.
It looks like it's...
People drop off, so I'm assuming he was stressed.
Hi.
Yeah.
Sweet, it was super sweet.
Is it like sickness when they lose hair? Or like, what you got in your eyes? My dog is eye boogies, but hi.
He's a little older gentleman.
You're older?
Sweet.
What kind of bunny is he? A lion head?
So after being told that this rabbit was a lion head and also an older rabbit, I quickly knew that these associates at this store know nothing when it comes to small animals. That information is completely wrong. This boy is not old, nor a lion head. He is some kind of Jersey, Angora, maybe like a woolly mix. He is a lop because of the ears. But again, these employees just do not understand small animals. I will say they are very knowledgeable about the reptiles, but it just seems like the small animals kind of get the back burner and don't really get the care or correct information provided for them to the customers. So this is really worrisome because anyone could walk into the store, ask questions, and get the wrong information.
Here. It's okay. Hi, okay. It's okay.
Hey, bud.
Hello. Hi. Hi. Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry.
But the pets are nice.
Your little bunny. He's like
We're nice bunny people, we promise.
I've been calling him Grumpy all day.
Grumpy meaning...
grumpy.
Oh, so someone like dropped them off?
Yeah, people drop him off.
Y'all got mess with him or whatever? No recording, please.
Well, guys, right then and there, I was caught. My undercover investigation was blown up. I got really nervous. I was like, oh God, they're on to us. They know what I did. They saw my YouTube video. He did mention that he saw me there last time, and I guess they might have reviewed the cameras and saw I was recording, and they probably thought I was up to something suspicious, and this pet store obviously doesn't like that. But thankfully, guys, we got the rabbit, and we were on our way out of that store.
This is the bunny bag.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Good scale.
because he has some marks on him that could have been tick marks, and we're not quite sure. We're just gonna put Solard on, so I want to make sure that we've got the right dose for him.
Hi, bud.
Here, sure. I know you don't like this part.
1.4 kgs. That's about 3 pounds. He's very little. Sorry, I don't want to be rude, right? But if you look at his genitals,
Yeah.
he does have full testicles.
Okay.
So I do think he's an adult, but I don't think he's a grumpy old man.
No.
We'll look at his ears and his teeth quickly. This is what I'm concerned about, and that's why I want to
The
weigh
marks.
him and get this Solarded, right? Because it's hard to see, but right there you can see one. There's another one on the back of his
They're
head.
all on the backside of his hips and stuff.
all on his butt. So I'm not sure if he's got bites. It's not bites from another rabbit.
No.
They're too small. Or if there were ticks that
Ticks,
they
they
were
just
pulling them off.
Plucked him off.
Oh, here's another good one. Right there is just a big scab. So she was saying he's a lion head. Definitely not a lion head.
Cracking up on the inside when she said
Uh-huh.
that.
She's like, he's a lion head. So he looks like he's either a woolly mix or an Angora. And they do they breed fuzzy lops now as
Yeah.
like a new designer breed, right? So this could be an attempt at that. But this is definitely his undercoat. And so somebody cut it, right? So this is
1000%.
like, you know, his regular coat.
Yep.
But if you trim an Angora or like a Jersey woolly, you get like this fluff underneath.
Yeah.
And the fluff is actually catching all of this hay and poop underneath his tush right now.
Well, that's why when I saw him, I was like, it looked like someone got some electric shavers and buzzed his head off, and that's why it looks.
And then it looks like
So
there's
strange.
a whole bunch of hair missing on
from
the
the
back
neck.
of his neck. Yeah. And again, more cuts there.
And that can just be just being malnourished.
Absolutely. A big piece here is malnourishment because you
For
can
sure.
feel his hip bones right here. You
The
can feel
spine
his
is just-
spine.
You're like a dinosaur with your spine.
And so the trick now, too, is that we can't give him too much food at once because that'll overwhelm his system. So we've got some
Yeah.
alfalfa in there. And I'm just checking to see if he's got any mites. He's got some dirty ears. He could have some mites. There's definitely a lot of wax buildup. So it's not crusty and flaky, which means if he does have mites, it's not so bad, but we can swab it.
And then I usually like to look at your teeth, but I don't know that you're gonna let me do that right now. Yeah?
No.
No, but you're not biting me, so that's good.
I don't think you would.
I know you don't like that.
But his teeth aren't growing out of his head, which is excellent.
Yeah.
But he didn't seem to be a very big pay eater.
No.
So my main concerns right now is that when we looked in that cage, which was cleaned God know when, there were only a few tiny, very dark poops. He didn't have any water in there. He's obviously not eating enough. And when we take a look at his butt, he's very matted back here. A lot of it is stuck to him. So like this is just one big mat right now.
Right there, yeah.
This is his tail and he can't really get it away from his body at the moment. And then all of this is matted down
Stuck
here.
in there.
So, and if you feel right here, this is a giant mat right where his leg is. So it's probably pretty painful for him to hop because every time he hops,
It's stretching.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's another big one on the other side as well.
Ugh.
So no wonder they were calling you grumpy. I would be grumpy too. But all of this here, this is hair loss. Not actually like, it looks like he's got chunks missing out of his ears. That's actually not bites. That's hair loss from the edges and all over like this patchiness.
Just from poor diet.
Yeah, over an extended period of time.
Jesus.
She said he just came in yesterday.
Yesterday.
Well, we know that's not
That's not the
case.
truth. No. It's been there for 3 days now?
At least,
Yeah.
right? Because they obviously have, breeders working with them. That's why all the babies up front.
Yep.
Surrender your rabbit. Don't surrender it here. That's just like we do for dogs and cats, but they metabolize much faster, so he'll get another treatment in a week. For now, the best thing that we can do is get him some alfalfa in that carrier. It carries much nicer than the box. He's very dehydrated, so when I go home, he's probably going to get IV fluids.
Okay.
Because I'll give him some water to drink, but if he drinks too much water too fast, he's going to have a bloat reaction. So if we give him IV fluids, he can absorb those subcutaneously.
Jesus. When I saw him the first day, looking at him, I was like, yeah, this boy doesn't look well. But now actually having him and feeling him, I'm like, this is like 10 times worse than what I actually thought.
Yeah, I mean, he's
With how skinny, like the neck
very
is just
skinny.
so frail. Like his body's just like collapsing on itself.
And he's got this eye discharge that's crusting.
Yep.
And while we were there, they were trying to like pick it off.
Pick at it before
right?
we put him in the box.
Hold
He was like, let me
on.
just get this
Maybe
really quickly.
She won't notice
Yeah.
if I just take these eye crusties off. But this guy, he's got to stay in ISO for a few days till
He
we
sure
figure out
does.
what's going on.
I know, he's like a mystery man.
But he calmed down so much.
No, he's
right?
good now. I think he feels safe.
Shout out to Jess. She is so amazing and so rabbit savvy. She actually works within the field of veterinarian care, and she is just so good at what she does. So this rabbit was actually transported back to her house, and it was going to receive the much needed love and care that this boy so desperately needed. Jess obviously has a lot of stuff on hand to actually take care of our boy, and she was kind enough to film some bits. So let's go ahead and check those out.
So we're just giving him a little bit of water now, maybe about half full. He hasn't had any water and we don't know how long. So we're gonna start him off with this, and then hopefully he'll drink a little, and we'll also do some sub-Q fluids in a few minutes after he drinks a little. Got a little hay on your face, my friend. All right, little guy has finished his water, so he is getting 3 meds right now.
Hi, this one tastes good. It does. Oh yeah, it does. What a good boy. What a good boy. Look, I made this one taste good too. What a champ you are. So we just gave him a gut motility med because he's not pooping a lot, and we gave him an antibiotic as a preventative measure because he's got some goopies in his eye. And then also for parasites, he's taking some Albon as well. But he was just such a great boy for all of that. We're doing some IV fluids. Morgan is an amazing IV pull for me. So these are just sub-Q fluids to get him hydrated a little bit faster. He's gonna end up with a big bump of just fluids in his back, and then he'll absorb that. But this should help him get back on his feet faster.
Well guys, it is 2 days later since we have rescued our boy, and I wanted to give you guys a little update and also talk with you about this entire experience. Now, first and foremost, again, I really just wanted to mention that I know this is not something that I typically do. This is not something that I've ever done or even tell people to do. I actually tell people to stray away from going to pet stores and saving or rescuing animals. But that first day when I saw this boy and seeing the condition he was in, I literally could not sleep at night. I actually dreamed that night that I was actually at that pet store the next morning saving him. So I just felt like it was in my bones that I had to do this thing. I mean, my heart is so big when it comes to these animals. And again, to see a clearly neglected and suffering animal inside of a pet store being sold for a really high profit and just not being taken care of, that was driving me nuts. And I just kept reminding myself that it was either we lose $140 or we save a life. And I thought that saving this bunny's life meant so much more than the money. I'm sure there may be some opinions on this video and how this rescue went about, but at the end of the day, I feel like I did good by this rabbit. This rabbit is now getting a second chance at life. I can confidently say to you guys, like, if that rabbit was there for the next 24 to 48 hours in that pet store and receiving what it's been receiving for these last couple days that it's been there, it would have 100% been dead. It would have died in less than a couple days, or if it was bought by someone else and they were a first-time rabbit owner, he would have definitely passed away in only a few days. His condition was definitely a lot worse than what I could see with my naked eye. He had markings of potential ticks all over his body. He was dehydrated. He had goopy eyes. He was potentially in the beginning stages of GI stasis with producing no poops. He was super malnourished. He was losing fur, potential ear mites. I mean, the list goes on and on with the health condition of this boy. Now, he's still in the woods. He will be getting around-the-clock care and all kinds of medications to get him back on his feet. But this boy has a long journey and a long fight to still fight, so I will be giving you guys updates on how he is doing in upcoming videos. If you guys are interested in helping this boy out, I have started a fundraiser on this video where you guys can actually donate directly to him, and all those proceeds will go to Kind Heart Rescue. So not only are you helping out this boy, but all the rabbits that they have in their facility. Kind Heart Rescue is seriously one of the best rescues I have ever worked with. They're like honestly near and dear to my heart. They feel like family. So if you guys are willing to help out, I would appreciate that so much. And I know that all the bunnies that are in need of help would appreciate that as well. We are preparing for all the dumps that will be happening after Easter, so I can only suspect that we're going to have even more bunnies on the way and in the rescue, and I'm sure I will be fostering and rescuing a lot more. So the purpose of this fundraiser goes far beyond just helping out one rabbit, but so many current ones and also future ones coming into the rescue. If you guys want to get involved with Kind Heart Rescue, who's located in New Jersey, I'm going to leave a link down below where you guys can actually apply to be a foster or potential adopter. Or if you're not in the area, I highly suggest getting involved with your local rescues and see if they are in need of any fosters. More than likely, 99.9% they are. Thank you guys so much for watching this rescue. We will be having so many more coming in the near future. Again, I will be sure to update you guys on how our boy is doing. Please make sure to leave this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos every single week. And until then, I hope you and your piggies are happy, safe, and healthy. Bye, guys.